The biggest megacities of 2050, a look into the future. There's no doubt that humanity's biggest challenges over the coming decades will be tackled in the cities. As cities grow, they face the difficult task of creating solutions to reduce global poverty, as well as chronic air pollution and many more issues. The world is in the midst of a great migration from rural to urban life. The speed at which our population is increasing will eventually lead to congested streets, life-threatening pollution, and sprawling slums. But what do we think the future will look like 30 years or so from now? And what will the city 2050 be like? In this video, we're going to talk about such megacities and how a megacity will go through these new changes. We're going to talk about population, technology, architecture, environmental impacts, and many more. Just hold on to your seat tightly. We're going on a little adventure to the future. But before we start this video, we request that you subscribe to our channel to support us. And don't forget to click the links below for amazing deals. Without any further delay, let's start today's video. We can't predict the future, but we can learn from the past. For many years, it was almost impossible for a city to sustain more than 1 million residents. In fact, it wasn't until the 19th century that the largest cities globally, such as London and Beijing, were able to consistently hold populations beyond that impressive mark. Despite this, in the modern era, we've quickly discovered that a city of 1 million isn't remarkable at all. In China alone, there are now over 100 cities with 1 million people population today. The human population is growing at an alarming rate. By 2050, there will be almost 10 billion people on the planet. 2/3 of people in the world will be living in cities by 2050, and the population explosion will primarily be concentrated in India, China, and Nigeria. Let's talk about the population point of view. According to a report from the UN's Population Division, the world's rural population will peak in a few years, then decline by 2050. Tokyo is currently the world's largest city, with 37 million people, followed by Delhi with 29 million, Shanghai with 26 million, Mexico City and Sao Paulo each with 22 million inhabitants. Cairo, Mumbai, Beijing, and Dhaka all have close to 20 million inhabitants. However, Delhi will overtake Tokyo in the top spot by around 2028. At about the same time, India is expected to surpass China as the country with the world's largest total population. Around 55% of the world's population lives in urban areas today, increasing to 68% by 2050. India, China, and Nigeria will account for more than 1/3 of that expansion. There will also be more megacities. In 1990, there were just 10 megacities, classed as places with populations of 10 million or more. There are now 33 megacities, and by 2030, 43 megacities are projected, mostly in developing countries. In simple words, let's just say that there will be the same number of Indians living in cities as there are in the entire nation today. With the rise in population, our standard of living will also change. Now we're going to talk about a few changes we'll face by 2050. The city of 2050 will be more multimodal and less reliant on cars. Planes, trains, and loops. Airports will still be a part of our long-distance travel plans, but there will be other options. High-speed rail projects are accelerating, pun intended, across the U.S. And other forms, maybe Hyperloop, have the potential to offer travelers unique and competitive options. Dense population centers make these modes more viable. Flying vehicles. The city of 2050 will witness the beginning of the autonomous flying car. This is not science fiction. Research is already underway in numerous countries for this next leap in mobility. The U.S. Department of Transportation is currently working on the technical guidelines for this new technology, and in less than 3 years, Uber Elevate should be operational in both Dubai and Dallas. Flying cars may not be available to everyone by 2050, but they could be one of the many future transportation choices. Design. It is not unreasonable for a building to have a lifespan of 30 years or more. So today's new buildings currently under construction will be important components of our built environment in City 2050. Architectural design will undoubtedly change over the next 33 years. Will there be any environmental effects of this? Yes, surely. Currently, we're facing many environmental issues like global warming, pollution, and of course, when the population will expand in 2050, the challenges will be double. By 2050, many coastal megacities and small island nations will experience once-a-century weather catastrophes every year. More than 1 billion people will, by mid-century, be living in areas prone to cyclones, large-scale flooding, and other extreme weather events amplified by rising seas. Now let's talk about the top 8 upcoming megacities and their possible challenges. At number 8, Karachi, Pakistan. With a projected population of nearly 31.7 million people, Karachi in Pakistan will enter this list for the first time by 2050. Despite its turbulent past and well-publicized infrastructure challenges, the city remains a major cultural and economic center and a key port on the Indian Ocean, fueling its expansion over the next 12 years. Number 7, Dhaka, Bangladesh. Already the fourth most densely populated city in the world, the capital of Bangladesh will grow its population from just under 19 million people now to over 35.2 million in 3 decades. Flooding is just one of the challenges facing the low-lying city of Dhaka. Despite being a major financial center, the city is prone to flooding and grappling with traffic congestion. The first phase of its new metro is due to open this year. Number 6, Delhi, India. Delhi, India's capital and currently most populated city. With GDP set to grow by 7.1% a year, Delhi is set to maintain its status as India's second largest city. Yet air pollution remains a significant challenge, with the World Health Organization naming it as the most polluted city in the world back in 2014. It is projected to cross 42 million by 2050. Number 5, Tokyo, Japan. With an astonishing population of over 44 million people, Japan's capital Tokyo is set to rank 5th in our list. Tokyo is already the largest city in the world and is set to retain its position from the 2015 rankings with almost no change in the size of its population. Number 4, Mumbai, India. Just ahead of Dhaka and moving up one place from the 2015 rankings is India's leading financial hub, Mumbai. Mumbai is the economic heart of India and will continue to be one of its largest cities in 2050. With thriving commercial and entertainment industries, coupled with high living standards, Mumbai will continue to attract residents from across India and the wider region over the next decade. The projected population is 45 million. Number 3, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Dar es Salaam, a city on the coast of Tanzania, has a population of just 4.4 million today. By 2050, its population is projected to jump by a whopping 1,588%, putting the total at 52 million inhabitants. Number 2, Kinshasa, DRC. Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, is projected to be the second largest city in the world, with a population of 60 million. Number 1, Lagos, Nigeria. Nigeria's largest city, Lagos, is expected to push the limits of how big a metropolis can get. Already, Lagos has seen explosive growth over the past few decades and is growing so fast that no one really knows how many people live there. Over 2,000 people immigrate to the city every day, and current population estimates vary widely, from 11 to 21 million inhabitants. Either way, by 2050, Lagos is projected to have a population of 63 million. The challenges facing the world's megacities are vast, as millions of people move into areas that are often struggling to support the populations they already have. Housing, pollution, transportation, infrastructure, inequality, and social cohesion all require creative solutions. It is predicted that 95% of population will migrate from rural to urban by 2050. And if this is to be handled carefully, planning is a must. I hope you liked this video. Make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to share. Please check out our other videos as well. We'll be back with another interesting video like this. For now, goodbye.